Okay, let me see if I am. Oh, I did. Can you guys hear me? Everybody hear me? If anybody's there. Hello, hello. LisaMarie here. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. Let's get started. I'm going to be talking a little bit tonight about limited beliefs. I've had several conversations this week with people that have limited beliefs, and I have been noticing myself as well having so many limited beliefs, and as much as I've been working on myself, you know, my self-development, my growth, my Kaizen. Who knows what Kaizen means? I'm not going to answer that question until I get a comment or two. Let me know if you know what that means in the comments. And if you're here live or the replay, let me know where you're watching from. I right now am tuning in from Minnesota, not my hometown, but that's where I am today. So Wellness Wednesdays, here we go. All right, so first of all, before we get in too much into this, I do want to say this for sure. It is our decisions, not our conditions, that determine our destiny. Does that make sense? I want to let that sink in for just a second. Think about that. Really ponder that. Those words. It is your decisions, not your conditions, that determine our destinies. See, somebody hopped on, great. And if you would kindly mute, that would be awesome. I can't see who it is yet, but just because Debbie. All right, nice to see you, Deb. Thanks for hopping on. Okay, we all have things, okay? We all have things in our life that either pop up or just happen. There's always circumstances. There's always reasons why we can't do some of the things that we need to do to become successful. We just don't do them. Why is that? We always find fault in other people, and it is nobody else's fault. Deb, I'm going to mute you here, please. There we go. Okay, thanks. Thanks. All right, so we always make excuses, right? We tell ourselves, oh, I can't do something until Joe gets a job. Or I can't do anything until Emma's out of school, or I can't do anything until Junior moves out. You know what? Those are just excuses that we use on ourselves, or we blame other people outright for the reasons why we are not succeeding. And I gotta tell you, it is nobody's fault but our own. Our excuses are really, they sound really, really good when we're making them up ourselves. And maybe we believe it. We believe all the excuses that we're saying. We honestly believe that, but I'm telling you, it's not true. And the sooner that we take responsibility for what we are or what we are not doing, we cannot move forward. Okay, it doesn't matter. It makes no difference what your past entails. It makes no difference. You know, a lot of people grew up with a lot of heartache, a lot of abuse, a lot of terrible things happen to them. And that probably makes you sit there and think, well, how could somebody choose that? Because we are what we think about. We always say that. So how can somebody choose their demise like that for kids that get abused, sexually abused, beaten, verbally abused? It's all abuse. So how does that happen to a little kid? Is that because that little kid thought that way? No. You know what? There are so many good things out in the world, but there are bad things as well. And yes, we do have to protect our children from such things. However, regardless what you have been through in your life, you absolutely can change your future. Whatever's happened in the past, you have to forget it. You have to move on. It's serving you no purpose. Absolutely. I don't care what it is. There's some pretty horrifying stories out there. There are. It doesn't matter. That is your past story. You need to start telling a new story. And guess what? You get to pick who you want to be. You get to pick how you want to be. What kind of person do you want to be? You get to decide that. Not everything that was instilled in our head at birth or after. I'm not saying that your parents raised you wrong. Absolutely not. Unless you were beaten or, any of those, then absolutely not. However, your parents did the best they could with what they had at the time. Have you seen or witnessed what has gone on in our world in just your lifetime? Holy smokers. Robert put out a video last night. One of my mentors, Robert Hollis, he's phenomenal. He has something to say. I'm listening. Absolutely. And he talked about upgrading. We upgrade all these things in our life. We upgrade our phone, we upgrade our car, we upgrade maybe our job, we upgrade maybe our home. We upgrade, or at least we need to upgrade the person that we are. We need to upgrade who we are and what we stand for. And then when we do that, every other upgrade is just going to come along with that. Do you know what I mean? It's time. Instead of upgrading all the devices, all the trivial things, why can't we concentrate on upgrading us and upgrading our life? Doesn't everybody strive to live a better life? It is nobody's fault if you are of capable means. That means you have walking legs, you have working arms, and you are of age, and you are sitting there dead broke on your butt. Who is going to get you off your butt? It's not going to be me. It's not going to be somebody else. I don't want to get too much into that. I want to focus on the positive. So we have a choice of how we can handle any situation instead of reacting. And we can practice this because, if you are just blown out of the water and presented with a situation that you have no idea, maybe you missed something, I don't know, but we can't react. We cannot. We need to just stop and take a step back, think about it. And when people push our buttons, and people are always going to do that, Doesn't matter what you're doing. There is always going to be somebody out there that does not approve. And I say, too bad, so sad. You do what makes your heart feels good, and you cannot care what other people think. That is hard at first. At first, it is hard, but that gets easier. Why? Because you practice that, you know? So if I had a situation that I'm looking to walk into, and, you know, I'll just say it, I'm at odds with my son, you know? I know eventually we are going to meet face to face, and I probably will lose it, cry, but I have to sit there. I can't do that. I have to continue on with my life. I can not let anybody else let me wallow or pity or whatever. I have to keep moving forward. One day my son will see, and I hope that I see too, you know, because there are always two sides. I want to see his point of view, and I want him to see mine. But if he doesn't, that has to be okay. It has to be. And I just hope that someday that happens. As usual, I got away from my notes. I don't know why I do that. Bear with me. Okay. Oh man. Okay. When things happen, such as the hurt, you know, I'm terribly hurt, very much so. But the first thing that we feel is like, we can't let anybody see that. We can't let anybody see you fail at anything, right? How humiliating is that? But you know, we need to learn to be humble. We need to learn to swallow our ego. Edging God out. Robert says that all the time. So does Melody. Edging God out, EGO. You know, we can't always want to be right, because you will fail, because nobody is ever always right. None of us are perfect. We all make mistakes. So you just get back up and you wipe yourself off and you move along. Move along, little doggy. Okay. If somebody is laughing at me or making fun of me because I am going after my dreams, I feel pity for that. And I know I would not want anybody to pity me. So that's the kind of feeling that I get. Did anybody answer that question? What does Kaizen mean? Kaizen. Tell me what that word means. Okay. I want to know if anybody knows what that means. I'll just a little bit more before I tell you. Okay. We are going to fall by attempting new things. Anything that is uncomfortable to us is just because we don't know how to do it. That's the only reason. Everybody has to learn things. And the more you learn, the more you practice, you are going to get better. I know that I am getting better, and I'm still making mistakes. I'm not perfect. And I hope I continue to get better and better, 1% every single day. Every single day, continuous growth, being just that 1% better than we were the day before. Otherwise, what is it all for? Right? We can't hurt others in that process, though. We cannot do that. because you will go back and you will stay back. I promise you. We have to have the better good of all others in mind and hope and pray that you all can be in agreement and you all lock arms and you go together, leave no man behind. So, I always get just totally, I go off on my own. I don't know why I do that. Okay. Whatever you focus on, that's what you are going to continue to multiply. So if all you do is point out all the negative things, that is what will continue to come to you. Maybe not that specific negative thing, but it is going to be of that same frequency, which is a low frequency, right? You are going to get something very similar to that. So when we are thinking lack, like I don't have enough money, I don't have enough money to pay the bills, I can't afford this, I can't do this, I can't buy that, I cannot do it. You have to switch gears and quit thinking like that, because you are going to bring more lack of. Instead, use those power of words. Words are very powerful. Melody Riba has the power of words. If anybody needs that, reach out to me. I have several copies of affirmations. Some I have made for myself, some that Melody or Robert gifted to me. You can have that, whatever it is that you need to put your mind in that right place. I'm struggling too with that, but I am getting better every single day. Every single day. When we come up against the obstacles, pain will change us. Heartache, loss, disappointment, they don't leave us the same person. They don't leave us the same. And even though we don't like that, we have to think about it like it is developing something in you that can be developed only in the tough times. It shapes you into a different person. And if somebody has been, gosh, awful to you, and you have a hard time letting that go, I know, but you gotta let it go and try to take a lesson from that. If somebody is intentionally hurting you, look at it like just making my skin tougher. That's all they're doing. They're making me grow. They're making me extend. I'm gonna be a better person because of this. Look for the blessing. Don't look for the negative, because that's exactly what we're gonna end up with. And honestly, if people are giving you shit like that, you don't have to put up with that. You do not. You just walk away. You don't have to prove anything. You don't have to prove that you're right or anything like that. Just let them stay in their own little vibration and go back into yours. You know what I mean? We have to find something that we absolutely love to do. Hold on, there's this one thing I had highlighted that I wanted to talk about. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, shoot. Sorry. Okay. Let's get back into it. I'm sorry. We have to, I'm going back to quoting Wallace Wattles and The Science of Getting Rich. That book, I thanked Robert for that book again today. That has totally changed my life. That has got me on that continuous path of Kaizen. I feel, am I still going to have, you know, um, hassles? Am I still going to have people that, yeah, that's always going to be there because people are people. People are people. They can't help themselves. Um, I really, really, really try to stop myself because I can get into that too, just nitpicking at somebody or, you know, just having an attitude. We can change that too, because it makes no difference to us what somebody else is doing. That makes no difference to us, right? What do I care if this girl always shows up late for work? What do I care? You know, I'm there, I'm doing my job, makes no, never mind to me. It's like, mind your business and mind your business. You know, I wanted to talk about how a person, because you think that there's no ways to make money. Okay, there's this woman on the internet that stacks paper cups. She has made over $1 million. I think it's on YouTube. And I don't know if she's in the Guinness Book of World Records, but that's what she does. She's on YouTube and she stacks cups, and that's what she does all day long. Is she a happy camper? Yeah, she made $1 million. Apparently she loves to stack cups. So what the heck, right? There's another woman, all she does all day long is open up gifts. She opens up Disney characters. She just unwraps them. And kids all over the world watch this woman open gifts all day long. She has made millions, millions doing what she loves. So is that crazy or what? We have the world of information at our fingertips. All we need to do is figure out how to do something that you love to do. Turn it into something that can build equity and value. That is the major challenge in life. When people say, you know, you got to work hard for everything you have, we all were raised pretty much that way. If you want something, you've got to work hard for it, right? I just totally I totally lost my train of thought. Oh my goodness. Let me think. Okay, so when people talk about hard work, they never mention joyful, you know, being joyful while you are at work, having a joyful attitude. Nobody thinks in that perspective when it comes to work. That depends on the person, and that depends on what you consider fun. I love, absolutely love when I am talking to someone and I could see that pop or that aha, or they get that. They just got what I said and it starts changing their life. Do you know what an amazing feeling that leaves with the person? I want to do that. I want to do that. So find something that you love to do. And you know what? Get rid of all the baloney that you don't need. You don't need. You don't need the drama. You don't need people ragging on you. You don't need paying for your past mistakes over and over and over again. You don't need that. Take that lesson from there and move on. Okay. That's all I got. I apologize for getting a little kitty wampus there. I do that on occasion. I do it just to keep you on your toes. Okay, we did have one spectator hop on today. So Debbie, I want to give you a chance to say something if you choose to. If you choose not, that's completely fine too.
Lisa, that was so awesome. Thank you for inviting me and making sure I'm here.
Oh,
I did invite some people, but
all right. Thank you. I appreciate your support, Debbie. I love you. And we're going to kill this weight loss challenge. Let's,
yep,
yeah.
we are.
We are, because positive attitude, right? We can do it. All right.
That's right.
If you were here, thank you so much for hopping on. And hard work. We have to be more consistent than busting our ass. Be more consistent, and we don't have to bust our butt quite so much. So just a little piece of advice. Okay, bye guys. Oh, speaking of consistency, do you know I have been doing Wellness Wednesday for over a year.
Wow.
Consistently. Yes, that is a win. All right. So
Congratulations.
thank you. I think that is amazing. And that's where I lack is consistency. I'm getting better a little bit each day. All right. Thanks guys for hopping on. Have a great night. Thanks, Debbie.
Thanks, Lisa. Love you.
Love you too.